So I decided to choose a hot day to do a vlog in the sun on why I started vlogging. But let me just proceed and try to make this quick. People who know me personally know that I'm someone who doesn't get easily embarrassed. I'm not someone that's shy. I mean, with all these people around watching me, that's just not, those are not traits that I have. I can easily be the life of the party. In a past life, I was 2 to 3 votes shy of being voted class clown, which is all right that I didn't, because I don't think that's an accolade my parents would have been proud of anyways. But when it came to the camera, being in front of the camera, whether it was for photos or for videos, it was just something I wasn't comfortable with. Reason why, I don't know, because in front of the camera you'd have to be a bit more cautious, it's a bit more scripted. And once it gets released into the datasphere, right? Once it's put onto the internet and people copy it, forward it, or save it, like, it's no longer yours. I mean, once you put it onto the internet, it's no longer yours. And because of that, you know, I've always been a bit weary. I can easily speak to crowds of people, I do it all the time, but speaking to a camera was just something, like I said, something that just wasn't natural, something I didn't like to do. And although you've come to know more about me through my vlog pieces, more will be revealed about me just with time through more vlog posts, through different writings that I hope to publish, or just even more social media posts. But as it stands, or as it stood before I started vlogging, I was just very reserved about standing in front of the camera, whether for video or for picture. So people would come to me, or I talk to people, and they say, man, you have like an interesting life, you have some pretty cool insights into things, and you're sort of funny. Why don't you? It's funny because I'm serious, like everyone's just standing, looking, people are getting on the other side of the phone and looking at me. It's just very odd. So I'm just having to stay focused and having to cut it and like, hey, what are you doing? But anyway, people would come to me, hey, you have a cool story, you have a cool insight, you're sort of funny. Like, why don't you blog, man? Why don't you put your thoughts out there? Why don't you broadcast it more? And I just was always like on the fence about it. And then people would say, you know, you need to write a blog. And I go, write a blog? You know, I don't like writing. It's just not something I want to do with my time. But, you know, I always felt a bit funny about how I felt, because here I am going all over the world doing public speaking engagements on a whole host of topics, but one of them being branding, personal branding. And I would tell people about the importance of content production and telling people to own their domain name. That if you're applying for a job, what do recruiters do? They go to the internet and see what Google says about you, right? So own your domain name, own your brand. When people Google you, you're completely dominated the front page, the first page, with your own content, right? Shaping the image that you want to present to the world. But here I am not doing any of it. I mean, I'm doing a couple of social media posts, sharing a couple thoughts here and there, but I'm not doing it to the extent or the intensity that I'm like telling people to do it for themselves. So I always felt hypocritical about it. Then one night I find myself with Rushdie and Professor Wilson on the roof of a hotel in Bangkok, Thailand, super hot, super late. And they're basically telling me, why aren't you producing content? You know, I write articles, I write in a monthly journal, I post my articles on different publication websites and blase, blase. Why don't you do anything? I mean, they weren't writing anything. It's just, they were trying to push me, right? They were trying to, come on, man, what are you doing? We do this, and you have a cool story. You have some really cool insights. Like, why don't you do the same like us? And I go, I don't like writing. I don't like to blog. I don't like to write. I'm not going to do any of that. But they kept pushing me, and it's like, man, you're missing out, man. And I thought, man, am I missing out? And like I said, the hypocrisy was still in the back of my mind of, here I am telling people all over the world to produce content, and I'm not. Here these guys are, and they're telling me to, and I'm like, no, I don't want to. So they get me thinking, and my hypocrisy is starting to stir up again, and I walk away from that evening. But it stays with me, this more than any other time. And I start thinking to myself, if I was to do what they're saying, I don't think I would blog. I would vlog, because I feel that I'm a better speaker than I am a writer. So that's at the end of 2016. And then I think, was it Christmas or New Year's? I happened to find myself in Reykjavik, Iceland. So I'm in Iceland, and the long nights, the very cold weather, just like here in Milan, gets me to start really pondering over this. Like, should I vlog? And because of it, I felt so compelled now. And here I am thinking like 2017 is literally around the corner. I can start fresh, I can start new, I can start this vlog. And I decide, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pray Salatul Istikhara, which is the prayer, the Muslim prayer to ask God for guidance or to make a choice. And I do that for 7 nights in a row. I pray 2 cycles of prayer. I make the actual supplication, the actual prayer, and go to sleep, hoping to receive a vision or a dream, and I don't. After 7 nights, I don't get any vision, I don't get any dream, no clear indication, but there's this overwhelming feeling that's just placed on me all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, that this is something that I should do for my progeny. This is something that I should do for my future generations. And ever since that feeling came upon me, people who also know me as I'm a very extreme personality, you can see probably before Reykjavik on my Instagram or on my social media posts, my different platforms, you can see that there are no pictures of me. If there are pictures of me taken by other people, but I don't know, like either candid shots. But before Reykjavik, there were never any pictures of me, any videos of me, any selfies of me. And then after that, when I come to the conclusion that I'm gonna start vlogging, you can see, and it's sort of a funny change if you do look at it. And all these other reasons started to come, right, to me. After that initial feeling of do it for your legacy, do it for your progeny, do it for your future generations, ideas of such as, I'm the first Muslim convert in my family. It'd be great to document like my life, right, being the head of whatever it is to come to be after me. It'd be a great documentation for them, right? As I travel the world and I meet all these different Muslim people from lands from Morocco to Malaysia, Indonesia to Egypt, and everywhere in between, all over the world, I see Islam through the generations, right, in families. And I started thinking like, wow, in this whole story of the Muslim story within my family, I'm at the head of this. Like, this would be great to document and to show them, like, hey, this is the cloth you're cut from. And I started thinking, you know what? It would give some insights into certain things that are in their own mind, heart, and soul. Why they're hardwired the way that they are. It gives them a peek into why they do the things they do, the genetic material that they've inherited. And for them, as well as for a lot of people take pride in who they are, right? People will say, the reason why I'm a great musician is because my great-great-uncle was so-and-so. And that's the reason why I'm a great musician, and that's why being a musician and being such a great entertainer is in our family, because our great-great-uncle was a musician. Or the reason why I'm a fantastic lawyer is because my great-great-aunt was one of the debating champions of the world, or whatever. You know what I mean? People take their past, right? They take their family history as a sense of pride. And by doing this and vlogging from different places in the world, telling them about some of my achievements, I hope to instill in them this kind of aspiration to succeed and surpass everything that I've been able to accomplish. So this is why I vlog. I vlog for them. If my vlogs don't serve any purpose and it's just purely for entertainment and the 38 views that I get, it's perfectly fine. Because I'm not in it for the views. I'm not in it for the follows or the likes. If it's to serve anything, I hope it's to serve as a source of guidance, source of inspiration, worst case scenario, redirection of their life if they're off the path, to show them the kind of cloth that we're cut from. If they're excelling and doing well, to show them and remind them that this is the reason why we're cut from good cloth. So this is why I vlog. I vlog for them, my family. And this is all off a feeling and a prayer. So to my future family, my progeny, if you're watching this, I truly wish you the best. And I love you. Signing out from Milan, Italy, or as they say, Milano. Peace.